Hello, everyone. Welcome to TV Literate, the podcast that unapologetically enjoys trashy TV. I'm Gillian.
And I'm Megan.
And we're here, guys. It's November.
It's somehow November. Yeah,
How?
It's Christmas now. Halloween's over. It's Christmas.
It's Christmas, yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. Time is like, pandemic time is its own thing, I think. Its own like unit of time because it doesn't make any sense.
It doesn't. I was talking to Chris last night and he was like, I feel like I don't remember anything about October. And I was like, I remember like 4 days in October because they were the only 4 days that we like did anything that wasn't just like work in the house.
Right. Sit around, watch TV, hang out. Yeah.
Yeah. Do crafts, projects.
Fun.
Yeah. But what have you been watching in this trying time?
So we haven't watched like a ton of new stuff, but we needed something. We're just like in a mood, and we needed something we knew that we would love and get attached to. So we decided to rewatch some seasons of Survivor, of course, because that's our comfort show. So we rewatched this week. We rewatched season 12, which is Exile Island, which is arguably the start of the golden age of Survivor. It's a good place to start if you're interested in starting somewhere. So we finished season 12 and we started season 13, which is also amazing, and it just warms my little heart. I don't know. I love Survivor so much. I know, just like even the theme song, it's just like, oh, I'm home.
I love it.
But what have you been watching?
Oh my God. I've been watching so much TV this week because I finally, so I got like all the depression. And so I finally have come kind of back around where I want to do just a little bit of something. Cause like for a while I had been like, oh, I'm too depressed to even want to watch TV. This is great.
I feel that. That's, yeah.
Yep. So this week I have watched the new season of The Osbournes Want to Believe, which is just Jack Osbourne showing Ozzy and his mom spooky videos.
I need to watch this because recently, like a couple months ago, Kyler and a friend and I were watching like clips of the Osbourne show, and it was like hilarious. And so I feel like Kyler would actually watch that with me, maybe. So
probably because it's just like spooky videos, and then Jack Osbourne looks at his parents and says, "So, do you think that video's real? Did it make you feel spooky?" And then Ozzy goes, "No, 10 out of 10, ooky spooky."
That's so funny. I love that. That's such a what a concept for a show.
It was like it started right at the like beginning of spooky season of the first year of pandemic.
Yes.
So it was so smart because he was like stuck at home. He's like, you know what? I guess I'll just watch some spooky videos with my parents.
Yeah. Why not? We got the time. Sure.
Hell yeah. Yeah. It's very cute. And I love spooky videos. Like I'll go on YouTube and like look up spooky videos. I'll be like top 10 ghost videos.
Fuck yeah. I love to be spooked. And then I also love to like
debunk.
Yeah, exactly. I love to be like, you're fucking dumb. Like, no way.
You're like, there's someone clearly standing on the other side of that door just giving it a push.
Right, exactly. But that's fun. I like that.
We also started this TV show called The Irregulars that came out this summer, and I guess it's about like Sherlock Holmes's irregulars. Oh. And it's pretty cute. It's cool. Kind of magical realism, easy brain food. Yeah. And then yesterday, I got so fucking into sports documentaries. I watched like 5. I love sports documentaries. This is my weird thing. I hate sports, but I love sports documentaries because shit gets weird.
That's true. So, yeah, if there's going to be a documentary about something, like there's a reason there's a documentary about it. Yeah.
It's going to be good. So the Netflix one, well, there's 2 Netflix ones. So there's one that's called Bad Sport, which is kind of shorter. And one of the episodes is about like this, I think he was a baseball guy who had like an affection for motocross, and so to fund his motocross dreams he started selling weed, and he was shipping 146,000 pounds of weed at one point in a shipping container, and then it started rotting, and so it had methane, and somebody tried to cut into it, and so it killed 2 people because it exploded.
Oh. Cool.
Yeah, wild shit. And then the other series is called Untold, and that one's more like 1.5 hour kind of movie length documentaries. And there's one about like the hockey team that was run by the guy who The Sopranos was based on.
Oh, nice.
Which was really cool. And then there's the other one who's about the woman boxer, Christy Martin, and she's from West Virginia, and she was a lesbian, and it wasn't really cool to be a lesbian in the 90s.
Right.
So she married her boxing trainer,
Okay.
and he was super abusive, and he fucking stabbed her 4 times and then shot at her twice. She got up from that when he went to go wash her blood off of him in the shower, walked outside, got a car, and someone drove her to the hospital.
That's nuts and also badass of that woman.
Go Christy.
Yeah,
Go Christy.
for sure.
It's those tough West Virginia women, man.
Hell yeah. I mean, I'm not from West Virginia, so I don't think I'm one of them, but
I'm not either, but I know they exist. I've seen them.
yes, we've been exposed to them.
Yeah, we know. You felt the power. That's it. That's all I've watched, which is a lot.
That is a lot. That's that's good though. I'm happy that you've been watching some new stuff. It's always exciting when you can.
It is. When you can like pay attention to something again.
Exactly. Yeah, when you have any attention span, right?
Yeah, when it's not just like, oh, I'm playing a game on my phone and playing something on my iPad and watching TV, because if I don't have stimulation, I will cry.
Yes, I just anything to keep me from being alone with my thoughts. Just constant stimulation, please.
Yeah, because right now, thoughts ain't great. Thoughts, world, not great.
No.
Thoughts, worse.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, not great. Speaking of not great, there was some news that came out earlier this week. Some surprising but not surprising news, I guess.
Yeah, we always got to do our little Duggar corner when the Duggars dig their way out from under their, I don't even know where I was going with that. But
I don't know, but they're always getting themselves into some shit. And this shit is that Jim Bob is running for state senate in Arkansas.
Yeah.
Which this is coinciding with, the trial of his pedophile son.
It's like not the greatest time, because the only way that you're going to have that headline is father of alleged pedophile son running for Senate.
Yeah. The balls this man has. I swear to God. What the fuck?
I bet he's going to run for Senate so he can like fucking pardon Josh or something.
Ew. It's funny to me because I think it's the reasoning that TLC gave to like ending Counting On was that they wanted to give the family privacy to deal with all this in private, and it's like, oh yeah, I guess they don't want the privacy, huh?
Yeah, TLC was like, we just really didn't want them
right
on our network anymore because they're shitty, and Jim Bob's like, book privacy. Yes. I want everyone to know everything because I'm the best and the greatest and I can do nothing wrong and my children are totally fine and not molesters.
Just imagine having an ounce of that confidence.
I don't know, man. I feel like I would get hurt or something because I'd be like, yeah, I can roof this house.
Yeah, I would definitely be dead by now for sure.
Yeah. I'm not cornbread and corn-fed enough to have that kind of confidence.
But yeah, I don't know. There's not a ton to say about it other than what the fuck.
Why Jim Bob?
Yeah, but yeah, we had to mention it.
Yeah, good old Arkansas.
They're always, the Duggars, they just always have to be doing something. They always have to be
fucking shit up somehow.
Yeah, I don't know. Just be quiet and just go hide in a hole somewhere, please.
Maybe Jim Bob's running because he expected Josh to run this term.
Yeah, which can you imagine? Not even so pretend like this last arrest didn't happen. Even just the original scandals. Can you imagine somebody running for office?
Yeah, whatever party you ran for would immediately be like, we have to cut this campaign off because you got too much baggage. You're not going to do well for the Republican Party. But yeah, we did have Trump.
Yeah, I was going to say, I just, anything can happen now. Donald Trump was elected as president. Anything is possible.
I read this horrible statistic because, it was election day on Tuesday for a lot of states for state elections. Not for us, but...
for Ohio, yeah.
Yeah, for Ohio,
and other states, too.
Yeah, Ohio, Virginia, whatever. Lots of places. Anyways, I saw that 9 people who were at January 6th were elected into office this time.
Great.
So we've got 9 insurrectionists in political power now.
Love that for us.
Love it. So great.
So great.
Oh God.
But let's move right into some other shit. Let's just pretend we didn't talk about that.
Let's bring up those baits.
We're bringing them up.
We're gonna bring up the baits.
Yeah, we're gonna continue with season 6, and we're starting episode 7, which is called Don't Worry, We've Goat This.
Ugh. This season's titles of the episodes are just so bad, and they just want to like fuck with us so bad.
Yeah,
and they're not
bad.
good.
They're bad. So we check in on the goats that Erin and Chad adopted. And
the goats are very cute.
They're very cute. Chad says they're a big chore, but it's worth it for the smiles they bring to Carson's face.
Mm-hmm. I don't really know if you need a goat as a child.
I didn't have a goat, and I don't feel any type of way about it, so...
Maybe goats are what we're missing with our confidence. We've got to be confident like a goat.
We need to get a goat. Also, Carson is so big. I think I just haven't paid attention, but he looks so big.
Yeah, he's a big boy now. I guess they have the second one now, so...
Yeah,
right?
Yeah. So it's like not paying much attention to the first one anymore.
Yeah.
Who
cares
old
about
news.
that one? We've got the cute squishy one now. So all of the little Bates and Carson et al. Come over to help paint the shed that Jackson and Chad built for the goats.
The goat shed.
The goat shed.
Chad likes to include the little kids on projects, which is sweet and nice.
It is.
And
He's
again,
like such a good dude. And I hate that he got fucking wrapped up in this like bullshit ass family.
I know, but he's like very patient and very kind, very good with kids.
And so like gracious, even though it was like toddlers helping him paint something.
I
don't know. It
it's
was
like,
wild.
oh, he's so sweet. I hate it.
Right? Like, God, Chad, get out. Get out now. Or, well, take Erin out. Because Erin seems nice, too. Like, they can both just leave this, like, horrible cult.
Chad said the biggest challenge of this was keeping the paint out of everyone's hair. Which, yeah, I'm sure.
Yeah. And apparently he got water-based paint instead of oil-based paint for specifically that reason.
Good thinking. Good thinking.
Smart dude. The only person who has any forethought in this entire family.
Yeah. It's like, notice how the projects that we work on with Chad, like he always has the stuff he needs. He's ready to go, and it just goes, and it just happens because he prepares.
Yeah. Nobody gets hurt. Nobody almost breaks an arm.
Exactly. Oh, imagine that.
Who'd have thunk it?
So yeah, Erin makes everyone cookies while they paint.
Yep. It was cute. It was fine.
Yeah. Thankfully, Chad made the smart decision of painting the trim with black oil-based paint. He decided he was just going to do that himself, which, yes.
Reasonable.
Yes.
Okay, so then we go right into another project.
Oh, God.
The big house, where they're going to do another fucking zip line. Because God forbid you have a childhood without a zip line.
I know. How did I survive? I don't know how I made it
No
through.
goats, no zip lines? This is what's wrong with us.
I'll tell you what, though. I didn't break a single bone in my body until I was 28, so...
Yeah, I haven't broken a single bone in my body except for my pinky toe, which I don't think counts.
I broke my foot on the first day of quarantine, but
yep.
As a child, I never broke any bones because I didn't have a zip line.
Yeah.
And my parents didn't let me fall from a 4-story bridge or whatever.
Cliff, I don't know. So they're doing the zip line, and basically Lawson's taking chainsaws to the brush so that they have a clearing, and little kids are using machetes, and
it's chaotic.
It's poorly planned, but nobody gets wounded.
Thankfully, yeah. They attempted at first to tie the zip line between like the fort that they had made in one of the early seasons and a tree, but then Gil's like, oh, this is gonna pull the fort over, which
Yep.
So they just did it between 2 trees, and at least I don't know, at least the line isn't super high up. I was so scared that they were gonna put it like really high. I mean, you could still definitely get hurt on it.
You could definitely break a bone, but like it's probably not gonna like kill you.
Exactly. Yeah. So that's good, I guess, but
yeah. Something. Isaiah's been working. Well, not Isaiah's been working. Isaiah was working on this project with them, and he had broken a bone playing softball.
Yes.
When he was at Bobby's house with Tori.
Right.
And he says he's broken at least 5 bones now, and Isaiah's like, what, 13?
Yeah, he said he's like, he can't even like remember. He's broken that many bones. He's the kid that fell down.
Yeah,
and
he's
had
the
the brain
one,
bleed and
yeah.
Jesus.
I mean, maybe it's all connected.
Oh God, I don't know. But this is there was a really good quote from Judson, and this was, I don't remember what part this was exactly, but he like said something, and then one of the brothers told him to be positive.
It was
And
Lawson. Yeah, he's like, you be positive, Judd.
And then Judson goes, I am being positive. I'm positive it's not going to work. And I'm like, this is why the little boys are my favorite.
God, I wrote that part down too. It cracked me up. What
so
a little
funny.
dude.
He's so funny.
So they send Trace down the zip line because he's the least wounded and the most athletic and youthful.
Yeah, I guess.
And he makes it. But it does look like you could definitely break your legs trying to stop yourself on that tree.
Yeah, he went fast as fuck. And yeah, it's just like, you could definitely fucking hurt yourself hard there.
I'm fast as fuck, boy. Fast as fuck.
Also, I hated, like, I feel like they definitely need more of like a harness or something. It was just like a nylon string of some sort that they had like wrapped around their bodies.
What are those things called? To hold stuff on the back of your truck.
Yeah, like just I don't know what they're called. I can't think of the word. Straps.
Well.
I don't know.
Yeah, we'll think of it like tomorrow.
Right. But it's like, I feel like you need, like, they were just like hanging off of it, and it's like, you need to be more secure though. It was just,
I know, that's like the fine blade there, where if they're too secure, then they can't get out if they're gonna die hitting the tree.
Right.
If they're not secure enough, they're gonna fall out before they hit the tree.
Right. Yeah. It's like, well,
maybe don't zip line without supervision.
At least they're having fun. At least they have a good childhood.
Yep. Even if they don't make it out of it.
Sometimes adulthood is overrated, so
that's true. That's fair.
So next in this episode, Chad is always surprising Erin with like trips and little things. And so Erin wants to do the same for Chad for his 30th birthday. And so she's planned a little getaway to Hot Springs, North Carolina, and Gil and Kelly are watching the BBs.
The BBs. Chad is turning 30, which Erin keeps calling him old man, and I'm like, he's not old, honey. You are gonna hit 30 before you even realize it.
Yeah. I think I looked him up because I was curious. There's like a 4-year age difference between the two. Like, that's not that that long.
Yeah, so she was 26. Like,
yeah. Cool.
All right.
Yeah. Yeah, 30. Also, like, I'm so excited to be 30 next year. Like, I'm ready for my 30s.
It's all right. 30's pretty good. 20s were unstable, but like, I've only been 30s in the pandemic, and it still seems better.
Yeah.
I can't imagine being like 22 in a pandemic.
No thanks. Yeah, I'm good.
I think I would have died already.
Probably. So they check in at a like B&B, and Erin sends Chad to go like check in, and he gets a little tour of the, like, it's a Victorian mansion of sorts. Yeah,
built by a Civil War general, I'm sure, for the not correct side.
Yes, I'm sure that is probably true. But basically Erin set this up so she could have time to go and decorate their room for his birthday, and
it was cute.
Yeah, she decorates it in like a fish theme because they're going fishing the next day because that's one of his favorite things to do. So I mean, it's always nice when like the husband or wife is like, what would my husband or wife want to do, let's do that,
versus just like, let's just go do something I like.
Exactly. Yeah.
No, it's very thoughtful of her, and Chad seems to do the same thing. So
yeah, definitely,
they're the best couple, gotta say.
Yeah. Just because of Chad alone, just Chad.
Yeah. Chad is elevated. He is not a piece of shit as far as we know.
Yeah, I mean, he still probably is a piece of shit, but
God, I wonder
comparatively,
if he's a piece of shit. He at least doesn't say shitty things.
Yeah.
He knows when to keep his mouth shut.
That's true, and that's a lot more than many of them know. So
yeah.
So the next day they try to go fishing off of a bridge, but it did not go well. They didn't catch anything, and
it rains, as everything did in this entire season.
Yeah, it must have been a rainy season in Tennessee.
Yeah.
But yeah, they decided to have like a little picnic on the bridge too, and it was sweet. They had a nice time.
Yeah, it was cute. Everybody looked cute. After that, they went to the Hot Springs Resort and Spa to go hang out in the hot springs, fully clothed. Even Chad.
They had to do it to him.
Yep. Can't even show that Chad V-neck.
I know.
Man nipples, also sinful.
That is very sinful. Any nipples of any kind. No, thank you.
Hey, at least they're consistent with their nipples.
I guess, yeah, because it's like, not like it, as you know, society allows men to show their nipples freely, but women,
Nope.
That's not okay.
No nips.
Yeah, exactly. Like if I can't show my nipples, then men can't either. Okay.
Exactly. Like we've all got to go shirtless, or nobody can go shirtless.
Exactly. Yeah, the only other part of this is they check back in with Gil and Kelly in Tennessee, who are watching Carson and Brooklyn, and Erin and Chad hired a like pet sitting service to care for their goats and stuff, thank God, while they were gone.
Reasonable.
But Gil and Kelly go over one day and have like the pet sitter like teach them how to feed the goats and stuff. And yeah,
it was cute.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, this was a cute episode.
Yeah, I mean,
an Erin and Chad episode is a cute episode.
Usually, yeah, it's definitely one of the least cringy ones for sure.
Yeah, I was pleasantly surprised by this episode.
Which is good because we have a whole Lawson centered episode coming up, so we need to balance it a little bit. All right, the next episode is Stop, Drop, and Wash.
This is the Let's Not Burn Our House Down Again episode.
Yeah, for sure. We get some fire flashbacks to the fire episode, and Gil and Kelly decided to have the people from the fire department come over and give their kids a little lesson on fire safety and like the dangers of fire, which, yeah, it seems like your kids definitely need that. So
hopefully at least 2 of them have learned that by now, because they almost burnt down the entire fucking house.
Yep.
But it was very funny that Jeb and Judd, which I love that Zach doesn't know Jeb or Judd very well, so he always confuses them. He's like Jub and Jed, you know?
Yeah. Which, like, yeah, those are like kind of confusing names. You think they should take a little bit, whatever.
They gave up at the end.
Yeah, I guess so. They
went Duggar at the end.
They did.
But yeah, the Jub. That's what I'm gonna call them. The 2 of them together are Jub now.
Okay.
Jub say that they were being taught the fire safeties and how to prepare the house for the fire safety.
Yeah, the fire safety. Yeah, they go through the house and like check and make sure everything's up to code or whatever, and give some tips on moving things and where to put fire alarms and like where proper exits should be and stuff like that.
Fire extinguishers.
Yes. They learn how to check to see if an exit is safe to use by using the back of their hand, you know.
Yep. Gotta feel if that doorknob's hot.
Exactly.
And not being in public school really did fuck these kids up so
really
much.
This is all like very like this is stuff that I've known since kindergarten? I don't know.
Yeah, I feel like we did this in kindergarten and first grade and second grade.
Every
like
year.
We had like a fire safety day like every year.
Yep, for sure. That's something that I think isn't really thought of when like considering homeschooling, because like it's not just like the academic lessons that they're learning. There's also like things like that, like safety things and like
so
the
much
puberty
like
talk,
social stuff. Yeah,
like all that stuff that is just naturally done that like probably wouldn't necessarily occur to you to do.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Yeah, until the kid asked you, and then you have to like, oh shit, I guess I gotta draw up a presentation on this.
Oh shit, my child does not know what a fire is. Whoops.
Whoops, didn't ever teach my 6-year-old not to light stuff on fire with a lighter.
Then of course they practice stop, drop, and roll because you know they have to.
It's good for the episode. It was great to see Gil rolling around,
you know. Just it's always good. It like humbles people when you see them rolling around on the floor.
You're like, sir, you could be on fire right now. Here's my PSA. If you're listening to this and you don't have at least one fire extinguisher in your house, maybe go buy one. They usually have them at Aldi's for like $15 to $20.
Definitely worth it to have one. At least one.
Just in case. Because you never know when you're going to set something on fire that's oil on the stove, and you don't want to like fuck that up. No water.
No, you don't.
You got to cover that up, or you got to fire extinguish it.
Exactly. Yes, this is your TV literate safety tip of the day.
Yes. Yeah, we don't always care about your safety. No, I'm
kidding. We rarely do, actually. Okay, so in continuation with that a little bit, the Bates are throwing a car wash where the proceeds will go to the fire department. But the problem is that none of them know how to wash cars.
Which is insane. Again. Like, didn't we just have an last episode that was them being taught how to like change the oil?
How to use a car. Yeah.
I mean, I guess I get it. In Tennessee, you probably don't have like rock salt that'll rust your car or like salt water, so you don't really have to wash it that much. But they also just drive shitty fucking cars.
True. Yeah, that's a thing. And then they said that they use the rainwater to wash their cars. I think that's what Josie or one of them said.
Uh-huh.
But Zach knows how to wash cars because he has to keep his police cruiser clean. So he comes over and gives them like a crash course in cleaning cars.
I don't know. I don't know, man. This was weird.
It was weird.
Maybe it was just Up TV, like,
probably.
we gotta get you outside to get more footage for this fundraiser, but...
Yeah, because of course it ends up in like a water fight between them. Like, yeah, I'm sure this was a like, we need something else to put in this episode. Let's get you guys fighting with water.
I think we could generally figure it out.
Yeah, like I don't really know what there is to learn. If you know how to use soap
and don't use like a fucking Brillo pad or something on the paint. Like, that's it.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like you could probably just figure it out, but I don't know.
Google it, but can't use Google. It's the devil's engine. It's the devil's
engine. Okay, so Chad and Erin are starting the process of looking for a new house. They want something with more space and land for animals.
Yep, and they want a fixer-upper because if there's
they do.
something that doesn't put any more strain on your life when you have 2+ children, it's fixing up the house you want to live in.
Yeah, no thank you. It's a no for me. I remember when we started looking for houses, originally Kyler was like, I wouldn't mind getting a house and doing a little work on it. And I was like, no,
yeah,
I don't want that at all. And then when we started looking at them, Kyler was like, yeah, we're not doing that.
Yeah, I mean, pretty much like whenever you buy a house that's like not a new build, there's going to be something you got to fix in the first few months. So they're all fixer-uppers.
Yeah, exactly. Good point.
Don't pick one that you can see what you need to fix originally.
Right. Yeah.
Go for like the one where it's like, oh shit, now I've got to replace my entire sewer system.
Yeah, no big deal.
No big deal. Only $15,000.
That's nothing. So they go and see a couple of houses. The first house they see is just like a completely dilapidated
It doesn't have a roof. Like, I don't know how they think that any of that material would be usable because it's been wet and dry and molded and whatever.
Yeah, like that's a tear down, buddy. You could get the land and tear that down and build a new house, but that's, nah.
Yeah. Second one had a roof at least.
Yeah, the second one at least like looked like a house. Like you could see how it was a house at one point.
Yeah, and how you could put it back together as one with some of its original components.
Yeah, they really liked this one and the land and everything. But they're still like not really sure what they want to do yet. They're kind of just like in the beginning processes. So
yeah,
but they say if an opportunity comes up that they would jump on it.
Yeah, get the big deal, as Gil says.
The big deal.
The big deal.
So it's the day of the car wash.
Car wash day.
And it is pouring the goddamn rain.
Well, you know what they say. They always wash their cars with the rain.
Exactly. Yeah, this is kind of funny because long story. My dad owned a car wash, kind of, and I worked at the car wash, like registered over summers when I came back from grad school. And I always loved it so much when it rained because when it rained, they just had to close the car wash completely, and I just didn't have to go to work. And
hell yeah.
But yeah, car wash and the rain they don't really mix very well.
It gets wet again.
Really no point.
No. But the rain was prayed away.
Yeah, Jeb prayed it away.
Pray
the rain away.
Yes. And so then they started to get a lot of customers, and then they started getting more people because everyone found out it was for the volunteer fire department. So then there was a fuck ton of people.
Yes.
And
it's a success.
Yeah, it was a success, and Evan rolled up.
Oh, yeah,
surprise Carlin was shouting orders, get the back of the car, this one's done, no. And then it was Evan, and she was like, oh my god.
Yeah, it was a lot, but I mean, it was nice, I'm sure, to surprise her.
Yeah. And I think they raised like $300 for the fire department.
Yeah, that's just nice. Nice. Good work, Bates.
Good job, Bates, because they had to come and keep your house from burning down.
Exactly. They're like, we feel bad because this will probably not be the only time you guys have to respond to our house too. So we just want to keep you guys on our good side.
Oh yeah. Yeah. God.
All right. Let's get into this next episode because, oh God.
with another fucking shitty title because it is a tease that you don't know anything about, but it's not true.
Yeah, it's definitely clickbaity. It's Lawson and Sadie's big breakup. Like, who the fuck is Sadie? And
Who's Sadie? Why is Lawson dating anyone? Who would date Lawson?
That's the question. Although he is engaged now. We were right, by the way. A couple weeks ago when we're like, oh yeah, he's in. Which I mean, we weren't the only people saying this, but yeah, he's engaged now. So pray for Tiffany.
Good luck, Tiffany. Isn't she like 7 years younger than him?
Yeah, I think she's 22 and he's like 30.
Yeah, which I think once you hit like 26, 25, 26.
25 is like mid-20s.
That's a good like cutoff because you kind of become who you're going to be after 25.
Right.
But then I can't imagine dating a 22-year-old.
No, yeah, especially like a fundy 22-year-old. Like that's a sheltered
like
person.
A 14-year-old person.
Yeah, it's ugh. But anyway, Lawson, in this episode, Lawson is talking to Nathan about a music video that he's going to be working on. Now that he has his CD finished, he wants to get a single on the radio, so he wants to do a music video, of course.
And of course, it's about a high school relationship, and Lawson never went to high school or had a relationship.
That's what I'm thinking. Like this whole like he's also this like shoot is like in a school, and it's like you never went to school. Like why is this the story you're going with? It's not
That's what he wants.
All, I guess
he wanted to be the hot jock who could also sing at the bonfire at the public school. Like that would have been him at age 17 in high school.
That's disgusting to think about.
Right?
So Lawson wanted to hire somebody to obviously play the girl in the relationship, because a relationship can only be between a girl and a boy. And so they hired Sadie Robertson, who is an actress, and I looked her up. Do you know what she's been in?
What has she been in?
She's from Duck Dynasty.
That makes sense.
Yeah,
she's the Robertson.
Yeah,
child.
She's from Duck Dynasty, and she's been on Dancing with the Stars.
God, that's horrible.
That's not really acting, is it? Isn't that supposed to be her life?
I mean, Duck Dynasty is a lot of acting. I recently learned that Duck Dynasty is like very much a scripted show now.
I never really watched it, so I don't really know.
I don't want to see things die, generally.
I'm good.
I don't like hunting. But no, I watched one of the, Fundy Fridays, that girl who does Fundy Fridays on YouTube. Mm-hmm. She did one on the Robertson family, the Duck Dynasty family, and they're like rich. And before the show, they were like January 6th insurrectionist vibe, like khakis and polo shirts. And then they're like, oh, we're from the backwoods holler now. And they just like fucking faked it.
Yep, that sounds right. Kyler and I saw one of the Duck Dynasty guys at the Atlanta airport. Like this was pre-COVID. And he was like dressed exactly like he is on the show. Like he
I think
they're really good. They're really going for it now. Yeah. Anyway, so that's where she's from. I just thought I would put that out there.
That makes this so much weirder.
I know. When I looked it up at like the end of this episode, and I was like, oh my God.
Duck Dynasty. He's creating a Duck Dynasty.
So, Lawson asks Nathan to go to Nashville for the shoot with him and help coordinate things.
Yep. They all have a lot of comments about Lawson doing love songs and breakup songs. But one of the girls, I think it was Carlin, said, the whole plot is he has the girl and then he loses her, and he does that a lot. No offense.
No offense. I was like,
that's funny. I feel like Lawson's personality would drive away a lot of women.
Yeah, it's like, oh yeah, I can definitely see him being like, I don't know, I don't get it, but like some people could like be into his charm at first, but then it's like, oh no, he's obnoxious and an idiot and a douchebag, so never mind.
Yeah, they're like, wow, he's a hottie with charm, like he's so polite, and then he's an asshole.
Yeah. I mean, he literally was at the insurrection, so that's all I need to know.
That's all we need to know.
So then also in this episode, Kelly decides that she wants to give some of the younger boys a refresher course in manners.
Mm-hmm.
Which I feel like probably most boys around this age need that. That's just
Desperately.
yeah.
Desperately. They're so gross.
They're so gross. So I think it was Jackson, Isaiah, and Warden, I think, were the ones that were focused on. And they really wanted to focus on like table etiquette and manners at restaurants and stuff like that. So they practice a little bit at home, and then Kelly kind of hints that like, oh, maybe for Mother's Day we can go out and practice.
Yeah, they're like, let's go to lunch and celebrate a new start of mannerly life.
Oh, yay.
Mannerly life, not like a new start where my boys are polite. Mannerly life.
Mannerly life. Okay. I don't know how I feel about that.
I know, it's weird. I don't know. But they did say that they're like, oh, we didn't learn a lot of these, but also there are a lot of these that we knew. We didn't forget them. We just ignored them.
Yeah, which,
like,
yep. At least they're being honest, I guess.
Preteen to teen boys, man. Gross.
Gross, for sure. So it's the day of the photo shoot, or I'm sorry, the video shoot the song is called Past the Past.
Yep, because he just can't get past the past.
Oh my gosh. They start at like a house, and it's like a solo shoot just for Lawson. Kelly's there along with some of the other kids too, watching.
Everyone's all aflutter that he's sitting there on the porch steps doing his role for the singing role that'll be like, I just can't get past the past.
Yes, oh my god, he's brilliant.
Hold on to that emotion and now look away. Was part of the direction that I left.
This he talks about how this song is about a high school relationship where the guy becomes more focused on his goals than the relationship and then loses both.
Yep.
Something he cannot relate to at all.
Not at all. Not like Lawson's ever focused on something way too much that he probably isn't gonna be good at.
Right. So the next part is when they start shooting in the high school cafeteria, which again, like, why, like, it's not natural for you to be in a high school cafeteria, Lawson. It's
his whole movie. It's the movie of how he wished his high school was.
Yeah, it's kind of depressing, honestly.
Yeah, just let these kids have socialization and friends and peers and shit. Jesus.
Yeah, for real.
Why are you making me go to bat for Lawson, Kelly and Gil?
I know. I really hate this. Awful.
Hate that I feel bad for him sometimes.
I know. But then he gets to live out his dream by acting as the high school quarterback. So, yes.
He does very poorly.
Yeah, of course he has not practiced any of the moves at all. Like, he even says, like, I just assumed there'd be time to practice that day. And it's like, you are dumb. You are an idiot. Also, like, you need more, like, if you want to look good at doing something, you need more than, like, one time practice.
Yeah, like, do it, like, 4 times at least.
Yeah, like, just do it every day that week. That's all.
Yeah.
Anyway, he does bad in that, but
Gil comments while he's watching Lawson do this, like trying to pass off. He's having trouble just passing off the ball from himself to the next person. And Gil's like, well, he's going to think he's the next Tim Tebow before the day is over.
Yeah.
Probably,
yeah,
Gil.
Probably, yeah. Lawson has like the Jim Bob Duggar level of confidence. Like, he can do anything. Big time. This is when Lawson says he has a lot more respect for athletes, which, like, you're an idiot. I don't know. Just like, did you not think it was hard? Like,
Yeah. You like watched a football game and you're like, that seems easy. That seems not like tough on your body or spirit at all.
Yeah, not at all. Easy, no problem. Oh shit, passing a ball is hard.
Who'd have thunk it? Literally everyone.
Requires coordination, my dude.
Well, then we get another rainstorm.
It starts to rain again.
Wonder if it's the same one.
It must be fucking April or something when this is happening.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, Mother's Day is like May, so that makes sense.
Yeah, I guess, yeah.
April.
So, since it's raining, they decide to go do like some of the porch scenes that they can do, and during like a breakup scene. So the rain kind of like adds to it, honestly. And this scene was so painful to watch. It was of Sadie and Lawson breaking up, and like Sadie is like, she's doing fine, I think. Like,
yeah,
she's at least like accurately expressing emotion, but
yes.
Lawson's just like saying lines.
Yeah, he's just saying the words, and then he kind of like half smiles at the camera.
Yeah, and it's like, you're breaking up with this girl. Like, this is not like have some emotion.
Nope, he can't.
It was
never
so
felt
bad.
it before.
It was honestly worse than I expected it to be.
Yeah, it was really bad. It was very hard to watch. I can't wait until we see the full video.
Mm-hmm. I know. Oh God, I'm gonna be like in a ball of cringe.
That's gonna hurt, man.
It is. So the last thing they have to film is the big football scene. I guess it's like a game. And of course, Lawson doesn't want to get hit at all, which is fine. So he gets a random like junior that was on the football team that they call, what do they call him?
Crazy Robert.
Crazy Robert.
I love
He's like,
Crazy
yeah, Crazy
Robert.
Robert will get smacked around for me.
It's so funny. Well, because Lawson wanted to do it, but the director wouldn't let him because he knew that Lawson's like bird bones and he would die if he got hit by a lineman.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's just so funny that they're like, oh, just have Crazy Robert do it.
I know, and this dude's just having the nicest time getting fucking taken out and
Getting
acting like he hurt his leg.
Yes. Oh, and then at the end, that's when I think Nathan was like, oh yeah, he got hit around, but he got his picture with Sadie Robertson, so maybe that was worth it. And I'm like, who the fuck is... Nobody knows who Sadie Robertson is, Nathan. I don't know how to break that to you.
They might be Duck Dynasty watchers in Tennessee. You never know.
Maybe, that's true. But it's like, it's not like it's fucking Harry Styles or something, you know?
Yeah, it's not like, oh, they got a picture with Jennifer Garner.
Yeah, no.
Which I only say because she's lives in West Virginia.
Yeah.
So she's close.
Kyler's mom has been on a flight with her before.
Wow.
So
very exciting.
Very. So the last part, or do you have anything else to say about the photo or the video shoot? Yeah. It was interesting to watch. But the last part of this episode is it's time for them to go practice their manners. Jackson, Warden, and Isaiah take Kelly out for lunch, dinner, whatever, to show off their manners. They get all dressed up. It's pretty cute.
It is. It's very cute. It's a good mother-son date day.
Except then Kelly ruins it when she was like, one day, if you're married and your wife's cooking, maybe you'll go and help her. And it's like, there's a lot to unpack there.
Yeah, there's so many things to unpack there.
Yeah, it's like
I don't think good manners means they're gonna help.
Yeah,
for one,
that's
like,
true.
why is that a connection?
Manners mean like saying thank you when your wife does everything for you. Like that's manners.
Yeah, she's not teaching them like fair labor sharing of household stuff. She is teaching them how to be polite in public.
Just say thank you for when a woman does anything for you, because you don't have to do anything.
Yeah. This restaurant, though, like, I would go to it because that's a cool view.
Yeah, it looked cool, definitely. It looked very pretty.
I mean, I bet the food, probably not great, but maybe
Whatever.
It is.
Who knows? Sometimes those places kind of surprise you, those, like, random little places.
Yeah.
But, yeah, I don't know. It was nice. Like I said, it is nice that at least they're, like, focusing on things like manners with their kids. And, I mean... Yes. It's not necessarily one-on-one, but it's nice that they're able to, like, you know, focus on, like, a group of them of similar ages, you know?
Yeah, really get the ones that need the most parental guidance, which is the preteens and early teens, so that they don't spiral.
Yeah. It's good to, like, have that thought at this time before it's too late, you know?
Yep.
Maybe she's regretting some of her. She's like, okay, I need to start teaching this sooner.
Right. Yeah, I can't imagine that any of them are particularly polite or clean while eating.
Yeah, just seeing, like, I just remember that scene of them at, like, a buffet from a few seasons ago, and I don't have a lot of hope.
Yeah. Why are they more tame? They're always more tame at home than they are out, because being out is new stuff.
For real. Okay, so the next episode is called One Cap, Two Gowns, which...
I don't know.
So finally, Bobby is graduating, and Carlin is helping Tori pick out her outfits because that is a priority.
Priority.
Because Tori is going to obviously go to his graduation and his graduation party.
Tori basically just stole all of Carlin's clothes.
Yeah, this is where they start talking about how clothes are like communal property in their house, and how like some people in particular will just be like, oh, if it's in the house and it fits me, I'm wearing it.
It was so funny because Kelly really called him out. She's like, Tori and Nathan are the ones. Everyone else just wears their own clothes, but Tori and Nathan, if it's in the house, it's their closet.
That's so funny. But I would be so annoyed with that, though. I feel like
God,
that
I
would be really
would.
annoying. I'm
I'd
so
be
glad
so pissed.
that I grew up with only a brother, so like that was never an issue. We didn't want to share clothes, so yeah. But I can't.
Yep.
I would be so pissed.
Yeah. I would just be like, where the fuck is my favorite shirt? And then it would be like, oh, I've been wearing it for 3 weeks.
Yeah, and then it's got like stains in it, and I don't like the thought of other people wearing my clothes. I don't know.
I know. Don't put your little bodily dust mites in my
No.
bodily dust mite space.
These are for my bodily dust mites only.
Yeah. We're symbiotic now.
So we get a little scene where we go to Florida and check in on Alyssa and Dawn and the babies.
Yep. They say the usual fundy thing. 2 kids. Wow, a lot harder than 1. Who would have known?
Thought? Yeah, they always say that. It's like, oh yeah, you're literally doubling the amount of children you have.
Yeah.
So it seems chaotic as hell, but I mean, yeah, with 2 little kids, it's gonna happen. John is still working in the air conditioning business, which I think is a family business for him.
Yeah, I think so too.
And then they also have Johnny on the spot cleaning business.
Like, I know they were trying to like make it about like his name, but like, isn't Johnny on the spot a porta potty?
It sounds like it for sure.
Like, I'm pretty sure that's what people call like. Okay, Johnny on the spot. Okay, I'm not fucking with me. Johnny on the spot is an Ironton, Ohio
Hell yes.
porta potty toilet.
That is
solution.
so funny. That is so funny. But yeah, that makes sense because I was like, that definitely does sound familiar to me.
Yeah.
Oh God, that's funny.
Poop man.
So yeah, they don't have porta potties, but they do clean like businesses, I guess. And so they showed like a day where it was Alyssa like feeding the girls before she had to go do a cleaning job, and John was running late from work, and it was like a whole thing. And it seems like John and Alyssa don't spend any time together, which can't be easy or good.
No. I don't know like why they're working so much. I feel like air conditioning money is not bad.
Yeah. I don't know. I feel like I remember them saying that Alyssa's just like a busybody and she like has to be doing stuff. So maybe she just like wants to. I don't know.
That's fair.
Maybe that's just like how she is. I don't know.
That's fine if they want to do it. But
she really loves cleaning businesses.
She really does. It's her passion in life, cleaning the dirts.
Exactly. But yeah, that was about it for them. I don't know. It was nice to see the little babies. They're cute.
They are cute. And even though John and Alyssa don't seem to like see each other that much, they do seem pretty normal. Yeah,
like definitely of the fundy kids, they're definitely like, okay, like they're just like conservative people, whatever.
It still fucks me up that Alyssa's younger than Lawson.
Is that true?
I believe so. Hold on. Let me look at the list again. I'm pretty sure someone said that to me last week. And I was like,
oh my God,
what?
I think you are right.
Yeah, I think she's
only
younger.
26. She's only 26 right now. She's 26 in 2021.
God, when did they get married?
Oh my God. She was born in 94. She's 2 years younger than me.
She's 4 years younger than me.
Yeah, she married in 2014, so she was 20 when she got married.
Damn.
That's crazy. I had no idea. Like, that is, I've just been mind blown.
You thought she was like up there with like Michaela and Zach,
I thought she was.
No.
I knew she was younger than Michaela or something, but I didn't. Wow. Okay. Wow.
Yeah, no, she's way down the list. She's down there with Tori.
That's crazy.
She's younger than Lawson and Nathan.
She seems so mature too. Like she seems.
I think she was just ready to get the fuck out of that household.
I get that. I get that completely. Anyway, wow. I'm mind blown. Anyway. Okay. Moving on.
Yeah. I said that and then I immediately doubted it, but I was like, no, I think it's true.
I was like, oh my God, I just completely took the wind out of me.
Yes.
Okay, so Tori is in town for Bobby's graduation. Of course, Josie is there as well as the chaperone, but also she's there for ulterior motives, which we'll get into. So they start off by going to play disc golf together.
Yep. It's Tori and Bobby and Josie and Kelton. And Kelton is Josie's very good friend.
Special friend.
Special.
And Kelton, I guess, has been friends with Bobby and also goes to school with Bobby and is graduating, I suppose. I think that's the thing.
I think Kelton lives in Tennessee, so he knew the Bates family a little bit first. Yeah. And then Bobby became friends with Kelton at school. And then Kelton introduced Bobby back to the Bates.
Yeah, and then it's all
the rest
very
is
like
history.
Yeah, I guess so. Damn. There's some I guess love bells ringing in the air.
Love bells ringing.
Isn't this the one like where Kelton had been like had his eye on Josie since she was like 14 or something like that? I think I remember reading about that, and it's like
that's definitely possible. I mean, he has like the creepiest name for me, and I don't know why. Kelton Balka is so creepy, but he definitely could be a serial killer.
Kelton Balka does not seem like a human name.
No,
like
no,
just flat
it doesn't.
It's
I don't know what it feels like. A type of plankton.
Yes, or some type of aquatic creature of some sort.
Ah, yes, this is the Kelton Balka.
So Kelton is working as a plumber in his family's business, which is near where the Bates live. And like he looks like Bobby and Evan, and they all look exactly the same. I'm not
generic white boy.
Like
cookie
I
cutter.
cannot tell them apart. They have to be like Stanton with their person for me to be able to be like, okay, that one's with Tori, so that's Bobby.
Like, I'm so glad that it's not Tori and Carlin that are with Bobby and Kelton, because I can't tell Tori and Carlin apart half the time, but I can always tell Tori and Josie apart.
Yeah, that's true. Okay, so then they have like a little graduation party for Bobby, and
the whole Bates gang comes.
Yes, which they talk about how they were like a little worried about that because the Bobby's family's house is like nice and neat and like has a lot of breakable things. And
they don't have a lot of kids, and they live in a gated community in Tampa.
Yeah, so
they've done it, guys. They've really made it.
The Bates are gonna wreak some havoc.
Yep. It's like a everybody in and out pool party. But they have a pool in the backyard, which is what I was going to mention. They have a pool in the backyard, and they have all these little Bates running around this fucking pool. And I'm like, y'all are going to smash your faces open and then drown.
I know. It's a miracle that everyone survived, but nobody mentioned anyone dying, so I think everyone did survive.
Yeah. Who knows? They probably don't even mention broken bones anymore. Isaiah broke his other arm or something.
It's just another Tuesday for us.
That's just Isaiah. He just does that sometimes.
That's just how he is, okay? Oh, yeah. Tori gives Bobby a Bible as a gift. Which
because he needs one to Bible at people now that he's done his degree in Biblery.
Biblery degree. Yeah, we talk a little bit about like the next steps. So Bobby is planning on working for Gil's church, like we talked about, and moving into that camper in Tennessee like after the summer. So they're very excited for the summer to be over.
Yep. Man, he's gonna have his own single bachelor pad. Could be dangerous.
It could be. You never know.
They could kiss.
That's straight to hell.
Straight to hell. Yeah, I don't know. I didn't really have much else to say about this because it was mostly like party prep, and we go and hang out while waiting for the party to happen. Yeah,
there wasn't like a ton that actually happened in this episode.
We just really got introduced to Kelton.
Yeah, and Bobby graduated, and Alyssa and John are still alive. That's all we know. All right, so the last episode for today is called "The Night the Lights Went Out in Tennessee."
It's so fucking dramatic.
It is, and also like I'm 99% sure that this was all just like they just decided, oh, let's just pretend that the power's out for this episode.
Definitely possible. Or it was like they got the notification like your power is going to be out from 7 p.m. to 10 p.m.
Yeah. And so they're like, come over and we'll have like a fun little night. Yeah, exactly. I don't buy it. Anyway, we'll get into that.
So we start out with what I've just titled now for all fundy things. I don't even say what they're doing anymore. I just write planes.
Planes, yes.
Because we gotta do planes if we're doing fundies.
It literally comes up in every fundy thing. It came up in Duggars with John David and all kinds of stuff. And then in the Platts with Isaac is super into planes and flying. It's like one of very few hobbies that fundy boys can have, I think.
Yeah, horrifically, apparently, a lot of that is because they do some light human trafficking in the IBLP church, where they just take people out of places like the Philippines, etc., when there's a disaster, and they just bring them to the U.S.
Great.
Yeah.
I'm sure they have a great time here. I'm sure it's not a problem at all.
There's definitely a support system for people who are brought in.
We love outsiders here in this country, don't we? We love it.
I know, and it's like they bring them here. Like if the Bates brought home a couple Filipino people, they'd immediately then just turn around and be like, "No, you're brown and stupid. You can't do anything."
Exactly.
Like,
it's like
it's just such a white savior. It's a white savior complex that they all fucking have.
Yep, for sure. Anyway, but for this episode, Nathan, he spent the last 6 months in Mississippi to do flight training, and now that he has his license, he's decided he wants to be a flight instructor as well. So they had him teaching some guy how to fly.
I just don't know. I was sitting here watching this episode and I was like, I don't know if I want a flight instructor that's fresh out of flight school from another place, or if he has experience and like cuts corners. Like, which one's better?
Yeah, it seems like, I mean, I don't know how long I just don't I don't know how comfortable I would feel with having someone at Nathan's level being like my instructor.
Like, could you save me?
Yeah.
Could you save me?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I also would be terrified to fly no matter what, so it's fine.
Yes.
Driving is terrifying enough for me. Okay.
Yeah, so he teaches this dude named Britt for his commercial license, which I guess Nathan has now too, is his commercial license, because I can't imagine you can teach it without having it.
Yeah, that would be weird.
They did some landings without engines. I don't know. It was...
Yeah, I have one quote from Nathan, which this, again, doesn't give me a lot of hope. He said, "Flying is essentially dangerous when you think about it."
I mean, that is true.
Like,
you are going up in the air in a little machine, but...
The way that he said it was like, I just thought of this. Like, it can be dangerous.
Like, huh. You know, I guess I could have died.
Never thought of it that way, Nathan, but thank you.
Yeah, he's very deep.
Very. So, it's tradition in the Bates family to get professional photos done for your first birthday. And so it's Casey's turn. Casey is Zach and Whitney's baby. It's hard to keep track of them.
I know. Baby. I couldn't remember. I wrote Bradley first, and I was like, no, Bradley's older. What's their other baby's name?
Casey, with a K and an I.
And a C.
So she's a year old, or almost a year old. So they're taking her to get her photo shoot, and she's very cute, and so is Bradley, and he was playing peekaboo with her, and it was a
very wholesome moment. Doing a smash cake, doing cute baby pictures.
It was cute. I mean, there's not much else to say. It was cute. Yeah. Babies are cute, and even fundy babies I find cute. I'm sorry.
They have done nothing wrong other than have the parents they have.
Yeah, it's not their fault.
No.
They're cute.
I mean, they're cute and small and squishy.
Yeah, exactly. And yeah.
Yep.
So of course, the Bates still have not put up their smoke detectors, which doesn't seem great given their track record.
Yeah, like maybe get that on like the top of the priority list instead of the zip line.
Yeah, exactly. Like let's learn some prioritizing here.
They can't.
But Nathan is home from his flight training, and he has like initiative to actually do stuff. So he decides to just go ahead and do it. But it's like awful, and everyone's confused because they don't know how they work, and everything is beeping. And Willow, my dog, hated this part so much because they kept having alarms going off, and it was like 3:00 in the morning, and she'd be like barking, and I'm like,
she's like, stop, and you're like, beep, beep, beep.
Yeah, but it was of course chaotic. Everything has.
It was so chaotic, but also those smoke alarms seemed like really intense. Like I've never had a smoke alarm that talks to me, and I have like one of the fancy ADT ones.
They were crazy. They were crazy smoke alarms. I don't know. They're like futuristic ones.
Yeah, they were like, tell us which room we're in, and then they're gonna run a test, and it's gonna start beeping, and you can't stop any of it. So like, I get it.
Yeah, but it was like, oh my god, too much for me to handle.
So while they're putting up smoke detectors, the girls are cleaning out the kitchen, the fridge, throwing shit away, and then the power goes out.
The power goes out. Dun dun dun.
Dun, dun.
So the family gets all their flashlights and candles out together and decides that they're gonna play a game to pass the time.
Yep, they're gonna have a pajama party and play surprise spin. Man, they really make up some really fun games in Fundyland.
I know, right? So much creativity. So basically, they just like spin
a rolling pin
and then get whatever they land on, or what is that? What it is?
They spin the thing and then you draw a thing out of the bucket and then you read it and you have to do it. So it's either like you get candy or you get to clean out the white van.
Right, yeah. So they spin like a rolling pin to decide who goes next, and then they pick out of a box. And yeah, they either get something good or something like a chore. And I only liked this part because Lawson got all the chores.
He
Lawson
did.
has to change all the sheets and clean out the white van. Which changing sheets for like 20 beds? No, thank you.
Yeah, that sounds horrible. But the white van?
No thanks.
That thing's crusty.
But then they also get good things like a surprise day or like
gummies.
Yeah, $10.
It's very weird, and I don't understand. And it's really funny that they've all been playing this game since childhood. That's just spin the bottle, but no kissing.
That is exactly what it is. And it's not like, I mean, it is a game, but it's not really like a game.
You can't
you're not
win. You just are picking a random thing. It's a lottery.
I feel like there could be a lot more fun things you could be doing to pass the time during this than let's spin and get stuff.
There are lots of games that aren't like, I don't know what the word is, cursed, damned. Like, you can play like apples to apples with your kids. That's not gonna like lead them to Satan.
Or like charades or Pictionary. Yeah. Like, these are all
so many options.
You can make them fundy, okay?
Yeah, you can do like Jesus Pictionary and be like crucifix and stuff. Like,
it's like your kids are not going to go to hell if they play Guess Who, okay?
Right? I know, it's so weird. It's so weird to me that they have all these, like, they've done this in other episodes too, where they have like a game that Michelle has just made up, and it's like, there are games out there.
Plenty of them, let me tell you.
Yeah.
So then in the middle of their game, the power comes back on, which to me, like, this is why I'm thinking, because they even said, like, in Tennessee where they live, like, when your power goes out, it's usually out for a long time because it's like a tree fell on it. Yeah, and that's how it is in these parts of this part of the world. So, like, I feel like it was definitely either they just decided to pretend or, like you said, like a scheduled outage for maintenance or whatever. Like, come on.
Yeah, just because Gil was gone somewhere, so they had to make something exciting happen.
Yeah. So this was another part too. So they decide when the power comes back on that they're going to eat ice cream because the ice cream would melt. But why didn't they just eat the ice cream to begin with?
Yeah, because that's when it was melting. Like,
yeah.
Yeah.
It's been melting this whole time. The power's back. Just because the power's back on doesn't mean that's when it starts to melt.
I know. I wrote that. I literally just wrote, the power came back on, so they ate all the ice cream because it melted?
Yeah, it's like, if the power's back on, also that means your freezer's working again, so like you can just put it back in the freezer.
And like they all clearly said when they were doing the fridge stuff, they were like, oh, we've got to close the doors because the fridge won't stay cold very long, which like, so that means they didn't just open the freezer and like fucking air it out over the hour that they were without power.
It's just, I don't know. Sometimes the thought process in this family doesn't make quite sense to me, but they got their ice cream. I get it. You don't need an excuse to eat ice cream.
No,
just eat your ice cream.
Eat the ice cream. Just eat
the ice cream.
That has been the moral of our episode today.
Right? That and get a fire extinguisher. Those are two pieces of advice for you this week, and I hope you follow them.
Yeah, eat the ice cream if you fucking want it, and get a fire extinguisher.
Exactly. But I think that's about it for this week. Do you have anything else to say about these episodes?
Nope.
No. Yeah, it's kind of crazy. There's like not really a ton going on at this point. Like,
it's because it's all ramping up. Like next season, it's going to be like Tori, Josie, Carlin. Yeah, everyone's going to get married
and pregnant instantly. Because like, there's nobody pregnant right now. Nobody's engaged, but like, it's all going to happen. It's all going to be crazy. So this is like the calm before the storm. Let's enjoy these relaxing episodes of dumb things because before we know it, it's all going to be weddings and babies.
Weddings and babies all the way down.
All the way down.
We're in the like when the water pulls out and then the tsunami comes.
Exactly. Just prepare yourselves, everyone. But if you have anything you have to say about this episode or any of our other episodes, or if you have any suggestions for things you'd like us to cover in the future, you can send us an email at tvliterate@gmail.com.
And you can find us everywhere on the internet at TV Literate. We're on Facebook, Tumblr, Twitter, Reddit, Instagram. We're everywhere. If you want to look for us, we're probably there and you can send us something.
Definitely.
And we also have a Ko-fi, which is www.ko-fi.com/TV Literate if you want to help us pay for any of our podcasting expenses. And if you just want to say thanks.
We would very much appreciate it. And we'd also appreciate it if you'd left us a review because that helps us out a lot. And we will see you guys next week with another episode. Bye-bye.
Bye.